all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there, and that'll bring up second down. And when you talk about this offense, you of course have to talk about Alshon Jeffrey.
Long, agile, he makes any quarterback that much better.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
You done crazy. You done crazy, New Orleans.
Cutler again. He finds his target, Royal. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
When you see zone defense, you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An early 10.
Who the fuck is that? Where is it? Oh, no, you
Sam, this is 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They'll try and throw for him with Cutler. It's a short one here, complete to
his
tight end.
Fuck?
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Throwing now, Cutler on 1st down.
Don't do it.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball.
Don't do it, no.
Pass rusher off the edge.
Don't do it.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A good pick up there.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes
gotta get that check. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Get him out in the flat and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Gotta get that bread.
5 yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal.
Don't do that, Luke.
And what a rookie year by Jordan Howard. He went from number 3 on the depth chart all the way to number 1 and finished with over 1,300 yards. That's what I call a big-time season.
Well, those
coming in like that. Shit, it sound like you sick, boy. You gonna go to work like that?
Record, so something for them to build around next year.
Without a doubt. So 2017, it starts in the running game with Jordan Howard in Chicago.
Now Cutler, and it's incomplete.
Don't play with it like that.
We talk about momentum.
Don't play with it like that, New.
And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah.
As we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yeah, you got something for me. You got something for me? Okay, I got something for you. How about this? How about this right here?
This opening drive is taken into the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd goal.
How about this?
Cutler going to sneak it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jay Cutler keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak, and the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. After the touchdown, Barth now to kick it away. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL. And now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste. Gives him fuel for the next season, though, because, remember, for the last few years, he hasn't been able to play a full season. For various reasons. Now, going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season and heading into the playoffs. Le'Veon Bell can set new records.
The offense is not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
You going to stop me?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Brandon, when it comes to quarterback sneaks, Big Ben may be the toughest to bring down in terms of pure strength.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. The catch is made.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
46 yards.
Let's go.
Well, last drive he threw the pick.
We ain't fucking around.
He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window. And it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know, there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll try and run it in with Bell.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Forward, but comes up short
Let me get in there.
He'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Let me get in there, dog.
Defensively for the Bears.
Bernard is a strong run-stuffing outside linebacker.
Watch yourself.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
And that's the problem with putting a bigger personnel package in. A lot of times it makes it hard to find space. And now you're looking at 3rd and goal.
So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Here's Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
What's up? Let me get in there. What they do?
Le'Veon Bell taking it in, and the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So they're going to go for 2.
Man, you know that ain't nothing new. I always do that. You know that ain't nothing new. Let's go. You know that ain't nothing new. Let's get it.
So they go for 2. They convert, and
you know that ain't nothing new to me, man. I do this. What we gonna do?
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fuck.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
You better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second? You know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this this year that didn't make it last season? Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver? Yeah. Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense.
Let me see it! Let me see it! Let me do it! Let's go!
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
You already know.
Getting set to take the field.
Let's get it.
Simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to.
You already know what time it is.
I hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to
take
exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments.
Oh, I ran right. Damn, dog.
Having scored the last time out.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Take off.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell.
Take off. And let me take off,
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Damn, dog.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Yeah!
Darius Green.
Let's get it.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
Let's get it.
And the Steelers are going to add on.
Let's go. You already know what time it is.
Get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
You already know what time it is.
The defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Second down following the run.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Here we go on 4th down with Cutler. And his This is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful.
You know you done fucked up.
Once, you feel like you can go back
No, you done fucked up, right? No, you done fucked up, right? No, you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right?
At the 6-yard line.
You know you done fucked up.
Big play there for the Steelers.
No, you done fucked up.
They went for the haymaker there, didn't they? A big shot towards the end zone, and they came up with the catch, but they were tackled short of the goal line. The defense escaped the big one there. Now they've got to try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
They come out here in the I. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. This is Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
No, never kick. You already know that. You should know that by now.
Try. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Woo! And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I had that fucking trip. I heard you in my reel.
Remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Cutler on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
I don't listen to shit like that. I listen to gangster rap.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And there's a completion to the
Where
tight
you from?
end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Royal making the catch over the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Eddie Royal, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because
it's too much pressure over here to do that.
I mean, let's face it.
There's too much pressure over here to do that.
Aren't any speed limits out there?
It's too much pressure over here to do that, man. Don't do that.
After the touchdown, Barth now to kick it away.
Don't do that.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there's.
And now Roethlisberger signals for a timeout.
You smell me?
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here.
I see what you're working with.
Halftime.
Can't get me like that. I see. I got plenty of times out. Now you just get ready for this.
They'll come out in the pistol.
I hope you're ready for it.
On 1st and 10,
I hope you're ready for it, Nuke. I hope you're ready for it. I hope you're ready for it. I hope you're ready for it, Nuke. I hope you're ready for this. I hope you're ready for this. I hope you're ready for it. That's all I want to know. Is you ready for it? That's all I want to know, dude. That's all I want to know, dude. That's all I want to know, dude.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And it's 2nd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
No, don't back up.
Again on 2nd
and
10. It's
don't back up. Don't back up. Don't back up. Don't back up.
Brown finishing 2016 with over
1,200
yards, 106
receptions. Roll game.
You know, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed a tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward.
And this is taken in at the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I'm the champ in this shit, man. Lou, you already know. You already know, Nuvo. Go pop it with you. Huh? Huh?
To throw again,
Roethlisberger.
Finding time. And this is incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass.
You gonna stop me?
Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
You gonna stop me, Nuke? Huh? You got something for me? Huh?
Throwing again, it's
you got something?
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted.
Oh, shit, man.
And his guys have got
right in the damn end zone.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion.
Like
the
that,
ball's
bro.
almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. Oh, he fakes a spike. He's going to wind up and air it out. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
From that spot on the field, the tendency is to play it safe, run the football, make sure you don't have any errors. But sometimes you want to break tendency, and you take a big shot downfield, hoping to catch the defenders a little bit unaware. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get it completed on that play.
Cutler from his end zone on 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Motherfucker. I had your ass all the way back there.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
Yeah.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now.
I got to fill up my hair.
Start this third quarter.
That shit going dead. All right. You take that L. Go ahead and quit. Take that L.